Hey peeps, it's your girl Daxon and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to give my spoiler review for the live action Mulan. Repeat, this will have spoilers. I'm not that much of a fan when it comes to the Disney live action remakes, but out of all of them so far, I would have to say I genuinely like the live action Cinderella and even the live action Aladdin. I mean, they both have their flaws, but at the end of the day, I had fun watching them. And, you know, I wasn't really cringing like I did with the other live action remakes. So, yeah, those were cool. As for the others, not so much. Anyways, let's get into Mulan. I'll start off by saying the movie definitely didn't need the songs, and I appreciate the nods through the score and some of the lyrics from I'll Make a Man Out of You that popped up in the script. That was nice. And Mushu definitely wouldn't have fit in at all throughout this film. And there definitely was no room for Shang's character, but then again, that new character, I think his name is Chen Hongui. Sorry if I butchered that, but he is considered Shang in this live action remake. When they first announced the live action Mulan, I was interested. I became more interested and even excited when they said that they were taking out the songs. A lot of people complained about this, but to me, it just doesn't make sense to turn a live action war story into a musical, especially if their goal was to make it realistic. Well, we can definitely throw out the fact that's what they said they wanted, but that's not what we got. My issue is that there wasn't anything about Mulan's character that made me want to care about her. I couldn't. And it's because of the chi she started out with in the film. She was the chosen one without any type of flaws. She didn't have to work hard or learn any new skill that would help her later on in the film, which they did in the animated film. Just saying. She started out having this powerful chi, and she already knew how to fight. She's been trained beforehand, thus there was nothing there for me to root for, and she didn't even get hurt. She just had to hold herself back because she was a woman and her family didn't want others to see her as a witch because of the chi. Sure, it could possibly show young audiences to be brave, loyal, and true, unless you're the chosen one or have some type of phenomenal gift. And honestly, this is what makes Mulan a Mary Sue in the live action movie, unfortunately. My boyfriend and I were having a conversation about this, and I liked his idea about how the creators should have had her work up to build her chi. And in the final moments, like in that last fight scene with Boricon, she reaches her full potential. And I believe that would have made the Phoenix more useful in the film. If anything, I was more invested in Xian Lang, the one that turns into the hawk. She was more interesting than Mulan, and I became saddened when she died. Angry even, because her and Mulan could have had an epic fight scene against Boricon, but only if he had chi too. Speaking of Boricon, the villain, I did like Jason Scott Lee playing him. I just wish there was more, at least more to his character, because he was no match against Mulan, so that last fight was disappointing and not too memorable. And speaking of the last fight, the Phoenix was kind of pointless in this film. It showed up during the last fight with the symbolism of its wings appearing behind Mulan, but there really wasn't any type of symbolism because she had already came out as her true self already. So I felt like the Phoenix was just there to look good in that moment. And I don't know, watching this movie, I think it was hard for me to watch because, well, not hard, but sometimes I would just feel thrown off because I guess how the pacing of the movie is, or I guess, I don't know, it just felt really odd. The pacing felt off, like as if some sequences were out of place or missing. I don't know exactly what it was. Not sure if it's too fast or the editing was just completely weird, but the pace just kind of threw me off watching the film. it wasn't smooth, or things didn't really connect as well as they should have. I can understand the action and other choices that were made in the film were made to keep the attention of young viewers, maybe. I mean, this movie is what, PG-13? So I don't know, I kind of question that, like what the purpose of or who the target audience is. But I just don't see myself going back to rewatch this film on my own. I think the live action Beauty and the Beast is better than this film, and I was so disappointed when that movie came out. The animated one is my favorite princess movie, so there was probably a sense of bias there. But yeah, that could be a whole nother video, but that's it, only if you guys want that. But anyways, like, if I was 8 years old, I would love the movie for the action scenes, to the point where I would feel empowered, to the point I would ask my parents like, oh hey, can you put me in some type of self-defense martial arts class? I don't know, but at first I gave the live action Mulan a 6 out of 10, and that's probably a little generous coming from me as a Disney fan. But after watching this video, which I will link below, I'm giving it at least a 4 out of 10. I advise you to watch her video. She's Chinese, and listening to her explain actual Chinese culture and history makes this film even worse, to the point where I am truly disappointed in Disney. There was no true effort, and it definitely didn't come from the heart, which is something their animated films did a lot back in the day. But why Disney chooses not to make animated films, but they're going to basically just reboot or remake their, it doesn't make sense. Disney, what are you guys doing? I love you guys so much, but your choices, I don't know. And you guys have so many creative people, you know, working for you guys. I mean, I've seen the Disney shorts on Disney Plus, and there's a lot of shorts on there that could be full-length feature original films. So I'm just like, what's happening? Like, why? Anyways, what were your thoughts and opinions on the live action Mulan? If you have seen it, if you have not seen it and you watched this video anyway, do you plan on watching it at all? Let me know your thoughts. And also too, if you are Chinese or Chinese American, I would love to know your thoughts as well, just to know where you stand with this film. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you all for listening, and thanks for watching, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. Bye!